Hello there, Saber World. This is Goodman from ArkLight Arsenal. Back from a long sabbatical, wanted to show you one of my latest MHS custom sabers. Saber is built on, again, MHS custom parts from the Custom Saber shop. It's also highly modified, as you can see. The saber sports a crystal focus version 6.5 soundboard from the genius Irv at plectorlabs.com. So first off, right at the bat, you can see this very unique saber. Probably the most distinctive element of it externally is the inlaid walnut handle. It's a genuine walnut. It is sealed with 3 coats of polyacrylic, and the wood, I think, really gives a Old Republic type feel to the saber overall. The shroud is acid etched. What I mean by that is I cut this shroud out, try to balance some of the angular lines with the organic feel of the wood itself, and then covered the entire shroud in packing tape, and with an X-Acto very carefully cut out this pattern. You remove the tape and apply a ferric chloride acid solution. It's basically a PCB etchant. Let it sit for a few minutes, and depending on how long you want it to sit, it actually eats away at any area which is exposed aluminum, turns it this nice satin black. Now I may at a later date opt to tint this gray area another color and seal it with powder coat. But for now I like the slightly weathered feel. The satin feel also offsets the aluminum. Now you'll notice that a few other design elements, the wider pommel offset by this narrower type emitter. Machined a very quick and dirty blade plug for it. And another distinctive feature you'll notice is this switch. The switch is set deep into the hilt, and I'll show you that in a minute. But right now you see just a single bar of inlaid brass. This is actually doubles as the main button, and sliding up, it's the auxiliary button for the crystal focus. And if you look a little more closely, you'll see that there's some of these circuitry details. Now look at these circuitry details now. Removing the 1.3mm kill key, you can hear that boot sound. Boots are courtesy of Mad Cow, saberfont.com. Accessing the SD card is very simple. SD card for the crystal focus is right there, and this is a high-tech connector to connect to the rice port to program it. Right now I'm using 1.5 watt speaker, a little dirty. I may hook up a 2 watt, but for now I really like the 1.5 watt. Now looking at this, you'll notice that some of the circuitry that I've done here, again, this is all painstakingly cut out with an X-Acto and then acid etched. I then gold leafed the circuitry. And this is just to give you a hint of what's inside. Now, obviously the main feature of ArkLight Arsenal sabers is I try to incorporate what I call a G-core, which is essentially a crystal chamber plus. It tries to incorporate as much of the saber body's internals as possible, hide all the modern wires, and make the lightsaber look as quote-unquote real as a real one would. Now rotating this outer body, we can see the crystal chamber detail. And I think that alone would be a pretty neat lightsaber. Of course, I go a little further, and we can unscrew the entire saber body to reveal the G-core. Now, I named this saber Rhabdos, which is Greek for staff of authority. The idea being that this saber would be worn by a Jedi or someone who knows what they're doing. And as such, I wanted to keep the inside very pristine, a well cared for weapon. You can see on my website below, you'll see more high-res pictures of all this detail, but I did want to shoot a video showing you here. Now, the benefit of the G-core system is, again, an endeavor to incorporate as much of the saber's internals in an epic reveal quote-unquote format, where I can literally take the entire outer body of the lightsaber, remove it, and still have a fully functioning lightsaber on the inside. And from then, it's really just aesthetics. It's trying to incorporate different elements of simulated circuitry. If we wake the saber up here, you'll see that there's a radial core element here, which alternates between orange, red, and yellow, simulating sort of fire or power being generated. There are various accent LEDs. Again, all these LEDs behavior can be programmed, and probably my favorite part of this entire lightsaber is the section from here to here, and this is where the crystal chamber is. Again, you'll need to go to my website, ArkLightArsenal.com, to get a better idea of what the saber looks like. Remove the blade plug and we'll do a quick fire up test here. One of the benefits I think of this saber, which I really think is cool, is the Quad Rebel GGW. GGRR, I'm sorry. GGRR allows me to have 2 green dice as a main blade and 2 red dice on standby. I can mix those in for a yellow clash flash. I can also alternatively set the other sound fonts to have different colors, and I'll demonstrate that now. Again, this is the switch. And because the switch is accessible from the outside via this big hole, it's also accessible by the inside. This is Mad Cow's Jaina, sort of the Jedi sword font. Put this here.
Jaina, Sword of Jedi. Force Unleashed Remastered, Ultimate Sith Edition.
Let's go ahead and look at the Black Star sound font. For this setup, I reversed the settings in the crystal focus. So now the 2 red dice will act as the main blade. And then a very bright green flash to alternate.
Star, we have returned. The Force Unleashed 2 Remastered.
And for this sound font,
Vader for the last time. A new journey begins.
For this sound font, which is from The Force Unleashed, I went ahead and mixed both the red and the green to make a very nice yellow. And finally, I think I have an orange in here somewhere.
The Force Unleashed 2 Remastered.
That's right, Phoenix Sword. And that's basically it. So thanks for watching the entire video. Again, check out my website, ArkLightArsenal.com. Feel free to visit saberfont.com, plectorlabs.com, and fxsabers.com. A few of our favorite hiding places for saber enthusiasts throughout the internet. And join the fun. Thanks for watching.